I don't know if you can tell from my videos, but I was a very faithful Mormon at one point. And I would say that most all ex-Mormons, like these were your bishops, these were your stake presidents, these were your missionaries. I got this DM the other day, and if you're her, hey girl, where she was talking about how this past year was like one of the most testimony building years for her, right? She was becoming so strong in the church, and then she started to question. She's freaking out because she's like, I don't know what to do, because like I don't want the people in my life to think that it wasn't important to me and that I didn't like give it my all at one point. Too often in the church, very successfully, they convince the active members that all of the issues with the church are people's fault. This is literally number one gaslighting tactic, is if ever there's an issue with the church, blame it on the people. Bad bishop. It was a bad missionary. It was a bad young women's leader. Bad experience with a person. I think that rhetoric upholds like the mystical aspects of the church, that like the church is perfect and supernatural and we are just fallible, imperfect humans. And sure, we are definitely not perfect, but we're not stupid either. One of my biggest gripes with the church is their very successful tactic of getting you to not trust yourself. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding. Like, hello, they basically say like, don't listen to yourself, listen to the Lord, which can also mean Mormon leaders, the church. It's so hypocritical because whenever I had experiences where I was like, I think the Spirit's telling me it's true, they're like, that's right, like the Spirit is testifying to you, like you need to trust that voice in your head. I'm like, oh my gosh. But then when that same voice in my head is starting to tell me, Wendy, things aren't adding up. Wendy, you've always secretly felt this deep down, but you've been shoving it down and not letting yourself feel these doubts. Wendy. Suddenly it's Satan, it's not myself. All is to say that the same ability that people have to come to the conclusion that the church is true, you need to also be able to trust them when they say something's not right here. And if your church is telling you to only listen to one voice and not the contradicting other, I hate to tell you, you're in a cult. Get into this beat though.